What is up, Techno fam? I hope you're having a great day. I've got a quick video regarding how to set up 4K HDR on the Samsung QN90A for all your external devices like a 4K player, 4K streaming box, and of course, 4K gaming console, including next-gen consoles like the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Now, before we jump into today's quick video, I want to thank my patrons on Patreon by running their names up on the screen. Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. So what you've been watching is 4K 120Hz HDR VRR gameplay from the Xbox Series X on the Samsung QN90A. Okay, so the cool part about Samsung TVs is that the TV wants to automatically set up your external devices. The bad part about Samsung TVs is that the TV wants to automatically set up your external devices. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it can take a little while for the TV to recognize and then adjust the settings for your device. So let's go and set it up manually so you don't need to waste time when you change inputs and everything's just gonna work. So first, when you turn on the TV and you want to set this stuff up, either don't connect your device to the Samsung TV or connect it, but don't turn it on. So what we're going to do is press the home button on the remote control, which brings up the overlay menu. Scroll all the way left and select the settings cog icon. Next, scroll down and select General. Then scroll down and select External Device Manager. And finally, we need to go into Input Signal Plus. From here, we have the ability to turn on 4K HDR for all 4 HDMI inputs. Now, all of them don't need to be on, so let's run through a few scenarios of different setups for your application and what you need on and what you don't need on. First, if you're running everything through an AV receiver, you will want to connect it to HDMI 3 on the TV, as that is the designated ARC port on the TV. So we need to go down and select HDMI 3, and then you're good to go. All right, in this next scenario, let's say you're using the Q90A in a bedroom where you have multiple devices connected to the TV. So maybe a setup like this will be right for you. You could have a cable box or DirecTV box into HDMI, which doesn't need Input Signal Plus turned on, but you might have 4K HDR devices on the other 3 HDMI ports, so you want to turn them all on. So for instance, you can have a 4K streaming box on HDMI 2, like an Apple TV or an NVIDIA Shield Pro, and maybe a 4K Blu-ray player on HDMI 3. And then last but not least, a gaming console like a PS5 or Xbox Series X on HDMI 4. This is how you're going to want to have everything set up. Now in this scenario, we only have HDMI 4 turned on, and this is because you're going to either stream everything off the TV or off of your gaming console. So in this scenario, we have a next-gen console connected to the Q90A, and we would run all the apps on the TV. We would only need HDMI 4 turned on. So this could be how a lot of you have your Samsung set up. All right, so this scenario, we have HDMI ports 3 and 4 turned on. And this is like when you have an AV receiver or maybe a sound bar connected to HDMI 3, and you do have 4K HDR pass through on your AVR or soundbar, and you've got an Apple TV 4K or Roku Ultra connected to your AV receiver or soundbar. So that goes to the TV via HDMI 3, and then you've got a Series X or PS5 coming into the TV on HDMI 4. This is how you'll want to set it up so you can send the audio from the next-gen gaming console through the TV and onto the AVR or soundbar via eARC, or the Enhanced Audio Return Channel. Now this might be how a lot of you have your setup working, or this is how you envision your setup if you haven't bought the TV yet. And if you want to know how to set up Enhanced Audio Return Channel, let me know down in the comments below. So I'm going to keep this current setup going because I have the Series X plugged into HDMI 4, and we're going to go into the 4K TV details page to see if we get the green check marks and see what this TV will support. Okay, so here we are in the 4K TV details page of the Series X, and obviously the only red items deal with Dolby Vision, and since Samsung TVs do not support Dolby Vision, this is pretty much what we're looking for. All green check marks except for anything that has Dolby Vision next to it. So now I'm going to switch the frame rate to 120 Hz. We are already in 4K resolution, and going into the video modes. On the Xbox, we can see that we have HDR VRR, and auto low latency mode or ALLM all checked. And just to verify we are getting 4K 120Hz, I'm going to jump into the settings for Call of Duty Cold War, and we can see that 120Hz is in fact enabled. Perfect. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, not that complicated. Just make sure you either don't have anything connected to the Samsung, or whatever you have externally connected to the Samsung is turned off, so the TV won't try and guess what to do with your external device. And you can set it up manually, so there's no confusion and you won't waste any time. Alright, so I'm going to leave you with a little more gameplay. This is 4K 120 HDR VRR coming off of the Series X into the QN90A. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace!